Hello, this is Kirill from forexboat.com and welcome back to the course on backtesting and optimization. And today we've got a new version of Simple System out, and I wanted to share it with you and tell you what it's all about. So if you go to the original page where you download Simple System, forexboat.com/simple-system, and scroll down, you'll see that the latest version now is not 5.0 or even 7, it's 8.9. And if you go down to the download section, you will be able to get the new version here. So there's a few details about what's new, but I wanted to bring to your attention the most important new adjustment or new model that I have added to it. So let's go ahead and look at that. And here I've got a 4-digit broker account open, and I've got the Simple System in the strategy tester at the bottom. Now, a lot of the stuff we haven't talked about yet at this stage of the course. You will get to see it further through the course, but bear with me. Just let's focus on the parameters of this new Expert Advisor. So in the Simple System version 8.9, you can see that you're able to enter the variables over here. So the start hour, the pip limit, take profit, stop loss, and so on. And also you will see that there's a new parameter which was added in version 7, which is trail value. But nevertheless, after you've done your optimization and backtesting, which we'll talk about further in the course, you will have a set of parameters that you're ready to use with this Expert Advisor. And let's, for instance, run this Expert Advisor and see what result we get. So I'm running on the period of the last 3 months, so from February, March, from April 2015 to July 2015. And so if I run that, you will see that there's our graph, and this is a result that, or a set of parameters that I pretty much got off the top of my head, and it's already showing some good results. Further through the course, you will see how to get even better results with this Expert Advisor. But for now, what we're going to focus on is our type of account. So this broker or this account is a 4-digit account, and you can see that here in the Market Watch window. You can see that all of the prices are 4 digits, or for the yen currency pairs, they're 2 digits. Now, what happens when you move over to a 5-digit broker, or even if you start with a 5-digit account right away? So let's open one up. Here I've got, as you can see, here's a different account, and here I've got 5 digits in all of my currency pairs and 3 digits in the yen currency pairs. And this is a different broker. This is RoboForex. That one was Forex for You. So here you can see the difference right away. There's an extra digit in all of the currency pairs. And this has always been a underwater stone that has tripped up a lot of algorithmic trading traders, because once you move on to a new onto this 5-digit type of account, your Expert Advisor might not be able to handle it. And here, if we enter the same exact parameters, so I'll just open this window first. So if I go to Settings, Expert Advisor Parameters, here they are. And now if I go to my 5-digit window or 5-digit account and go to the parameters, you'll see that they're pretty much the same, except for I changed the start hour because there is a time shift between the two brokers. And once again, that's something we'll also cover in this course. But for now, what we're looking at is that the main parameters, take profit, stop loss, min, pip limit, are exactly the same as in the 4-digit account. Now let's go ahead and run this and see what we get. So if we run this now on the same time period, same currency pair, same time frame, and we look at the result, and it's a complete loss. So why does that happen? Why, when we move from a 4-digit account to a 5-digit account, why do we get this drastic change in results? So here you can see this is the original graph, the result of our backtest. And this result of our backtest is completely negative. But also what you can see is that on this chart, the stop loss or the stop losses, like for instance, here that's a stop loss, and take profits, for instance, that looks like a take profit over there. They're much greater than the ones on this chart. And what that is telling us is that the Expert Advisor is not correctly recognizing the parameters we're inputting. That is because Expert Advisors think in terms of points rather than pips. So here we're inputting 4 and 90 and 60 just as we were in the 4-digit account, but in the 5-digit account is recognized as 4 points. So 4 of those last of the last decimal of the currency pair. So what we normally would have to do to correct this behavior is to change all of these parameters and multiply them by 10. So let's go ahead and do that. So all of the parameters relating to points, including, well, trail value is not used here, so we don't have to multiply it, but we would have to multiply it if we were using it. So if we now run the expert advisor, you will see that we're getting pretty much the same chart. It's not exactly the same, but that is due to differences in quotations and historical data between the two brokers. But once again, we're not focusing on that. What we're focusing on is now that we have corrected the behavior of the expert advisor and he's recognizing our parameters properly. Now, that is kind of a headache to always remember to multiply your parameters by 10. And if you've worked with expert advisors between 4-digit and 5-digit brokers before, you will know how sometimes you might forget to do it, or sometimes you'd always have to remember to do it for all of your expert advisors. You don't want to be doing that all the time. So smart expert advisors have these things coded in them, and finally Simple System has become one of those. Here at the end you can see I've added a module which is called auto handle 5 digits, and now we'll just turn everything back to the original values of the parameters, so 4, 90 and 60. And if I change auto handle digits from false to true, you will see that nothing changes here, but the behavior of the expert advisor will change. So first off, we will keep it at false, and we'll have a look at and see that it's behaving incorrectly. And now we will change it to true and see what happens. So I'm going to change it to true. Okay, start. And as you can see, the expert advisor has adjusted its behavior. It recognizes that it is working on a 5-digit account. Moreover, this is actually a very smart module. It doesn't only just bluntly multiply everything by 10 or something like that, like other expert advisors would have. This one is a smart one, so you can keep it on true even on a 4-digit account. Like we're going back to the 4-digit account now, and if I switch it on here, so if I go down, you can see it's actually switched on. So for a 4-digit account, if it's off, you'll get a good result. You'll get the parameters recognized properly. And now if we switch it on, you will still get the same result. So there won't be any unnecessary multiplication by 10 or adjusting of parameters, because the expert advisor actually knows how to recognize a 4-digit account from a 5-digit account. So all you have to do is keep this parameter or this module on, and be careful, it is on by default in this expert advisor, so that is very important for you to be aware of. You keep it on by default, and then you can always from now on specify all of the parameters in 4-digit mode. You don't have to manually multiply by 10. And moreover, you should be careful, because if you already have a saved set of parameters for your 5-digit account, so if I go back to the 5-digit account here, so let's say for instance you already have some parameters saved for a 5-digit account. If you load them into this new expert advisor, they will probably be already multiplied by 10, and also you will have this automatically set to true. So that will mean that if you launch your expert advisor like that, you will double up and your stop loss and take profit will be out of whack. So be careful of that. Make sure if you move on to version 8.9 of Simple System that you either reset your variables in 4-digit mode, or you switch off this new module. By default, the new module is always on. So that's the main change in Simple System 8.9. Now, when you're trading on a 5-digit account, you cannot worry about multiplying all of your parameters by 10, because the expert advisor can do that for you, and that module is on by default. Hope that was helpful. Hope you're enjoying Simple System. Let me know in the comments section what you think. If you have any sort of recommendations for using this expert advisor going forward, or any ideas for new modules for the expert advisor. This idea actually came from one of the students. He also wanted this 4 or 5-digit recognition. So always open to new suggestions, and I look forward to seeing you throughout the course. Until then, happy trading.